Hey, cryptozens. Tonight's stories. FTX's $100 million plus future fund. JP Morgan invests in TRM Labs. Bitcoin trading surges in Russia and Ukraine. The date is March 1st, 2022, and welcome back to the Crypto Overnighter. I'm your host, Nick. The cover model for this podcast is Tex, and together we take a nightly look at the crypto, NFT, and metaverse space in the industry that surrounds it. We bring you news stories on familiar topics. And keep in mind, nothing in this show should ever be considered financial advice. If you're new here and you find that you like the show, subscribe and rate us. If you're on Spotify, you can rate us right from the app. Give Tex and I 5 stars. It'll help other people find their way to this podcast. Well, there's a lot to talk about, so let's go. But before we get to tonight's stories, let's take a quick look at the markets. At the time of writing, the global crypto market cap is $1.93 trillion. That's up 1.27% in 24. The top 5 cryptos by market cap are Bitcoin up 2.29%, Ethereum up 0.48%, Tether, Binance Coin up 4.07%, and USDC. The global NFT market cap is just above $10 billion. The top 5 NFT collections by 24-hour volume on OpenSea are CryptoPunks up 87%, Rubber Duck Bath Party even on the day, Bored Apes down 2%, Pixelmon Generation 1 up 31%, Meta Adventure Official down 42%. Now keep in mind, some of these collections have very volatile prices, so do your own research. FTX's $100 million plus future fund. The FTX Foundation is a philanthropic fund. It was set up by the FTX exchange. Now, they recently announced their future fund. This fund will support various groups interested in projects that are designed to improve life for all of us. And this includes things like perfecting artificial intelligence, economic growth, improved power relations, and establishing safety from biohazards. And it could be starting off with $1 billion just this year alone. So FTX revealed their plans yesterday. It was the 28th of February. They had a blog post that had a huge list of over 35 causes the company is interested in funding. Now, these are big causes, okay? Demographic decline, alternative voting systems. They're not dreaming small. And this list is by no means intended to be comprehensive. So they said they could be distributing at least $100 million this year to noteworthy projects. That said, they could raise that number. They said they could raise that number as high as $1 billion. Okay, let's not be silly now. This is not just for charity. FTX says they'll invest in profit and non-profit organizations alike. Just have to meet their criteria. So if you're at home with an idea, just be aware they're looking for dreams and ideas big enough to spend over $100 million per year. So that could easily be a tech startup with a brilliant idea to improve life here on Earth. The FTX Future Fund's approach page reads, quote, "It's okay if you think your project will probably fail, as long as the upside is big enough if you do succeed." So there you go. They are not playing it safe. Nick Beckstead is the CEO of the FTX Foundation. He will be leading the Future Fund team. The funding will come not from FTX, but from its CEO. Sam Bankman-Fried, by the way, was declared by Forbes to be the richest 29-year-old last October. JP Morgan invests in TRM Labs. So everybody knows who JP Morgan is. Wall Street multinational giant. Not a lot of people know who TRM Labs are and what they do. So TRM Labs provides blockchain intelligence services. They help businesses manage crypto fraud and other types of financial crimes. Their clients include monetary institutions, public agencies, digital asset-focused, and crypto-focused businesses. This may be surprising to some folks. JP Morgan is one of the leading American banks. I know, big surprise. What's not a surprise is that they're not a huge supporter of crypto, at least in public. Jamie Dimon is JP Morgan's CEO. He's been known to say things like Bitcoin is worthless, or, quote, cryptocurrencies can't compare with traditional fiat currencies and gold. Like I said, that's a direct quote. I wonder if he sees things the same way, given how they're going in Ukraine and Russia right now. I wonder which is worth more in Kiev today. We'll be talking about that in a bit. But you know that saying, hear what they say, but watch what they do? Well, here's another example. Because despite trash-talking crypto, JP Morgan continues to add blockchain and crypto-related services. In this case, investing an undisclosed amount of money in TRM Labs. Esteban Castaño is co-founder and CEO of TRM Labs. If you ask him, he might tell you that it clearly highlights just how important the crypto industry is becoming. He said, quote, we are thrilled to build on this opportunity as we work to enable a safer crypto economy for all. And to be sure, JP Morgan is not their only investor. They recently closed a $60 million fundraising round led by Tiger Global. They've also brought on Circle, FTX US, and MoonPay as customers. Bitcoin trading surges in Russia and Ukraine. Is this coming from the embargoes? I don't know. I think so. I do know that the ruble is in free fall. Bitcoin is soaring. Bitcoin trading volumes in both Russia and Ukraine are at record highs. This is the worst ruble has performed against Bitcoin in almost a year. So this has got to be because of the embargoes, right? I would tend to think so. I mean, the EU and NATO haven't fired a shot on the battlefield, but the battle on the financial front has been intense. Embargoes, sanctions, SWIFT. When the embargoes hit Russia, the ruble dropped 25% in 24 hours, which is brutal. Now, cryptocurrency, that's a different story. Keiko is a crypto market data provider. According to their website, they, quote, empower market participants with accurate, transparent, and actionable financial data to be leveraged for a range of market activities. Now, according to Keiko, Bitcoin is killing it since the sanctions. Bitcoin trading versus the ruble has hit its highest level since May 2021. Clara Medali is head of Keiko Research, and she said, the trend follows a wave of sanctions against Russia, which has disrupted Forex markets, that's foreign exchange, has disrupted Forex markets and caused the ruble to sink to record lows against the dollar. In addition, she said Bitcoin's overall trading volume blasted off over the last 7 days. She then added that the increased activity for Bitcoin ruble trading pair was, quote, magnitudes greater than the Bitcoin dollar trading. I talked about this recently, and so have many, many others. The idea that the Russians are going to hide their wealth in crypto, you can count on it. This has led to Ukraine's vice PM to ask exchanges to freeze address of Russian-based users. I think in the end, Bitcoin is going to end up being one of the unsung heroes of Ukraine. And that's going to do it for us tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it. Do you have questions or comments about the show? Reach out and let us know. Send us an email at crypto.overnighter@gmail.com. That's crypto.overnighter@gmail.com. Oh, and hey, give Crypto in 5 Minutes a listen. We're up to 30 educational videos and counting. 5 minutes to explain one concept in crypto. And as always, may peace